We are staging this place, which is different than designing, because in this scenario, I have been already given the canvas, right? I already have the floor and I already have the color of the wall. So now I'm just gonna pick the pieces that would bring the space together. Everything that we have brought into the space, or that I'm bringing into the space, came from Eastman Cartwright Homes. So we've already had all of this furniture, and we're just placing it into a home to stage it, instead of creating it from scratch. So we have all of our stuff kind of right now spread into the garage space. As you can tell, when you look around, I got a lot of like browns and neutrals and wood. The space to me felt really, really cool with all the grays, so I wanted to add a lot more warmth into the space and make it a little cozier. So in a bedroom, obviously, the size of the room is going to make a huge difference on the size of bed that you get. In this room, I focused on just a standard queen bed. I did get a higher backing because I wanted to add height to the room, same as the curtains. We went with something a little bit higher and kept the profile of the bed actually lower to the ground. All those years my mom made me make a bed paid off. I added art above the bed. This painting actually is able and meant to go the other way, horizontally, but I put it vertically so that we can keep the extension of the coloring of the bed and working with the height of the ceiling. What is your house like? Like, not like this. My husband built our house prior to me being in the picture, so it's got blue carpet. It's one of those things where, you know, so we bought a blue bed. I'm like, all right, I gotta work with this. The extension of blue coming through the bed and eventually lightening up to a gray was a perfect timing for me to bring in a darker gray. So I went with a charcoal chair and just brought the bed frame color with the actual comforter color into the pillow to just really bring that together. So I really like to take things and go in opposite directions so that it doesn't look perfect. But then it still looks perfect. Bedroom is probably the last place that people invest their money when they own a home. And I think it's because when you buy a bed and a set, it's pretty pricey. And so I think just kind of gradually adding to each space and not focusing on needing it all to be the same becomes a lot easier to create the space that's meant for you and your bedroom. You got to see this bedroom really quick. Yeah, I know you have 2 seconds, but you got to see this.
Oh my gosh. Holy shnikes. That looks really good. Holy crap.
Well, you gonna put your house up for sale now?
Yeah, I should.
So much good stuff is going on in the living room. I have had such a blast with this space. For me, the energy when you walk into a house also has to do with the pathways to how you enter or get into each room. So the reason that I created this space here is because this is going to a back door, kitchen's gonna be on the right, dining room's open, and then I wanted to have its own space. So as you walk down the hallway, you would then be able to turn left, creating the next walkway and energy space to go to the room, but allow both movement from either side of this chair to access the couch, the chair, or the opposite chair on the other side of the room. So we're gonna move this up a little bit. Take that off, like roll that off. Okay. Just so that it's, you want the back of it equal with the door trim, so that it's not in that space. I went with a neutral rug, a little bit of gray going through it. So we've got a tiny bit of a pattern, also allowing in the pattern a little bit of the white that pulls from the couch and then the chairs. When we did our curtains at home, Will put those things so far over, so now like I can't close the curtain. That's why I bring Justin. Don't tell Will. What?
Wrong bit.
I love books. Books are one of my favorite decor items. And I love these books, these Reader Digests, because they have a lot of different colors in them, and it just kind of carries in and brings in all of the colors from the room. Got it?
Yeah, it's untied.
I decided to bring a little bit of a neutral from the rug and the curtains, a little farmhouse theme here, the outside coming in with these dry pampas.
No, wait, little basket.
That one?
Oh no, there goes on the edge of that white bench. Never mind.
Here, so let me have those. I'm putting those
Oh,
underneath
sorry.
the...
I forget. We're videoing you.
Well, you too.
You might be in there.
I don't know about you, but I love a good blanket on a couch. Any moment, you could just pull it off and kind of warm up. So I chose this blanket here. It's a little bit of a gingham pattern, checkery, pulling in some of the darker grays, some of the creams, a little bit of pop that's gonna match into these denim pillows, and just kind of adds that little extra. So that one's gonna have to go on top of the,
Right about
yep,
there.
perfect.
Slide that one in then too.
Just a little bit, yep. So the dining room is really an extension of the living room in this open space. So I tied in a rug that kind of played off of the living room in a jute fabric, and went with linen chairs that were a bit darker than the couch and the chairs in the living room, but still lighter than the same linen curtains that I've chosen to put throughout the open living space. So I took in a little farmer's market 1886 clock. Again, the black hands there kind of tie it all in with the rustic feel, bringing in the warmth off of the cool wall. It's such a focal point that I think that that small light fixture is just not enough.
Gonna make it look dinkier.
Exactly. It's smaller than my vase with flowers. Oh my gosh. Maybe we could put it over your new desk. So it's just an extension of the table coming over here, allowing you for 3 more guests, bringing it to 7 people able to gather and eat in this kitchen. So the black countertops, stove, and brushed chrome, no.
Brushed nickel iron.
The black countertops, the black stove top, and nickel. Oh, why do I want to keep saying nickel? The black countertops really look good with the brushed. The countertops are an extension of the stovetop and the brushed nickel in the microwave and refrigerator. So I chose to have the cutting board on the island because these 3 pieces here are pretty essential and can be used while entertaining. So this can kind of come off and carry into the dining area as a cover for your food. This little potted plant really tied in well with the color of the stools. And if people are over again, you can just kind of put it right there by the window for some sunlight. And then you have your charcuterie board so that you're able to have people over and entertain. I love absolutely nothing more than tiny details that can be used in multiple places in your home.